Hello, my name is Elizabeth Kaye, and I am delighted to work with DePaul University and Vincent on Leadership, the Hay Project, to share my passion for leadership coaching with you and help you achieve greater success as a leader. Today, we are going to look at what leadership coaching is and what it is not. Now, the way that our human brains work, it is often clearest to us to define something first as what it is not. Michelangelo, for example, said that when he created his great sculpture of David, he did it by taking away everything from the block of stone that was not David. So today, we are going to begin by describing leadership coaching, taking away everything that is not coaching. And that includes therapy. Now, this is a distinction that confuses and worries many people. The fact is, therapists tend to focus on the past, where coaches focus on the present and the future. Coaches ask, where are you now, and where do you want to go from here? Rather than asking, how did you get to be the way you are right now? Consulting is another different approach because consultants tend to move from the outside in, where coaches proceed from the inside out. Consultants are hired to bring their answer to you, while a coach believes that the person they are coaching is the only one who has the answer that works for them, and the coach's job is to help them find it. Coaching is also different than training in the sense that we use it here, which is an educational program where one size fits all. Training provides the same answer to a whole group of people on the same thing at the same time, while coaching is very personalized, either one-on-one or a coach working with a small group to address and develop answers to their particular questions. The coaching process is actually quite different from mentoring as well. A word of caution here. Many people do use these two terms interchangeably, but I would really like to make a distinction for our purpose of clarifying the coaching approach. In mentoring, a more senior person usually imparts wisdom from their life to a more junior person. So mentoring is about telling rather than asking and listening closely. Coaches, by way of distinction, do focus on asking personalized questions, then drawing out that person's own answers. Now, many times in practice, these two strands may be wound together closely. But one key difference is that in mentoring, the mentor is at the center. In coaching, the process is all about the person being coached. Counseling is also different because the focus of a counselor is on helping people get well. Coaches work with people who define themselves as healthy and want to get better at what they are already doing. And finally, coaching is different than advice giving or telling. I want to bring that up here because it is such a huge temptation for all of us as human beings. We all love to say, let me tell you what you should do. But part of coach training is recognizing all the ways in which we tell rather than ask, then learn to avoid those. For example, a coach might ask a leading question like, have you ever tried doing such and such? The more empowering approach for a coach would be to ask something more open-ended. For example, what might help you get to where you're trying to go? So, part of the coach's job is about noticing who is leading the conversation and then returning the responsibility to the person being coached over and over again. So now let's look, by stepping back from what coaching is not, to really consider what leadership coaching actually is. I'd like to give you a description by two of my favorite authors, James Kouzes and Barry Posner, who wrote The Leadership Challenge. They describe leadership coaching as actively seeking ways to increase choice, provide greater decision-making authority and responsibility to others, thereby developing the capabilities of your team and fostering self-confidence in your staff by letting others lead. This is a picture of a servant leader at work. Letting others lead means calling them forth, then actually letting them do it. Thank you very much for your time today. To learn more, email me at collaborate@elizabethkaye.com or email Patricia Bombard at heyleadership@depaul.edu. And thank you once again.